What's going on, guys? Auzio here, and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have got Team of the Week 2 predictions, and this Team of the Week is looking insane. The amount of usable cards in here is stupid, straight up stupid. So I'm hoping the majority of the players you see here today will be in the actual Team of the Week, because if they are, I'll be definitely looking forward to it. Either way, this Team of the Week 2 is going to be different to Team of the Week 1 simply because a lot of teams this week actually ended up playing 2 games and not 1 game. So if, let's say, the second game is relevant to the player I'm showing you guys, I will definitely mention it. But let's get into the first one, starting off with Benzema. He was in Team of the Week 1 prediction. He didn't end up getting it, but he is back in Team of the Week 2 predictions, and he got himself 2 goals, 2 assists, and a 9.6 rating. Even with those kind of stats, he still didn't get the man of the match performance. Your boy Asensio got it, and as you clearly can see, he is not a winger. He is playing in a centre mid position in this game, and he got himself a hat-trick and the man of the match performance with a 9.7 rating. 2 players that I must admit I would be happily with when it comes down to the Team of the Week. I really would be. Like Benzema being 90 overall and apparently being actually pretty good this year, I'll be happy with that. And Asensio, if you're using him as like an attacking centre mid, he looks very solid. So yeah, it won't be both of them, but it will be one or the other. For me personally, who would I take? I'll probably take Asensio. I feel like that attacking centre mid, it will be interesting to see how good he actually would be there. But moving on to another attacker and another La Liga striker, it is going to be Suarez, scoring the only 2 goals Atletico Madrid actually scored, and he got himself a 9.1 rating and a man of the match performance. He's looking like a solid player, but he's pretty much in the same situation as Benzema. Players that really have, you know, that high shooting, players that have good dribbling as well, but players that do not have a lot of pace to their game. But I definitely will love to see a Suarez already. A Suarez in form in FIFA 22 in the second week would be solid straight up. Onto a player that we're very familiar with. Some people call him the Rat King, and it is going to be Ben Yedder. Listen, Ben Yedder had an outrageous performance straight up. Like, he didn't even start this game. He came on in the 61st minute, scored a penalty in the 62nd minute, and then went ahead and scored in like the 80-something minute as well. 2 goals after being on the bench is top tier, and he got himself an 8.7 rating as well. And apparently their manager, by the way, hasn't been watching the Euros. They haven't been watching the Premier League, because as far as I know, this thing where players get subbed on just to take a penalty, it's not really becoming a trend, is it? It really isn't. But yeah, the manager obviously had the guts to actually do it. Ben Yedder came on, he scored it. Well played to the manager. Simple as that. But yeah, we'll all love to see a Ben Yedder, but he would be very annoying in this game. We all know he would. We don't want to see another year of Ben Yedder simply dominate us. But on to our next striker, we are going to have AuzioMF. AuzioMF went ahead and scored 2 goals with an 8.9 rating. And Napoli was one of those teams that actually played another game in the week. And AuzioMF actually went ahead and scored another goal in that game. So yeah, 3 goals in the week. Definitely deserves an inform. It wasn't actually only him turning up in this game. It was also Insigne getting himself 2 assists, and it was also Lozano getting himself 2 assists. But because AuzioMF scored the goals, I definitely feel like he'll be the one out of this game that gets the Team of the Week card. So moving on to our last striker here, we are going to have David. Now, David was one of those players, I think it was last year, where he actually had a once to watch card, and it took him so long to get that in form. It was ridiculous. But he's coming out in a pretty good form, I must admit, starting off with 2 goals and a 9.0 rating, scoring the only 2 goals his team actually scored, and obviously getting that man of the match performance. Now, David, he's looking all right, I must admit. The pace is looking good, the dribbling is looking good, and the shooting ability is looking good. Maybe if he actually gets his in form, he would be like a really nice starter League 1 striker if people are building a League 1 squad builder. But on to our wingers now. We are going to have Memphis Depay. Now, they ended up winning 3-0. And Ansu Fati did come on. He did score a goal. His first goal after being injured, and his first goal in that number 10 shirt. So I'm going to be honest with you guys, I really wouldn't be surprised if EA go ahead and give Ansu Fati an inform card over Memphis Depay. But because Memphis Depay had an outrageous performance, the man of the match performance with his 9.2 rating, I feel like it makes most sense to obviously put him in the Team of the Week prediction over Ansu Fati. But yeah, Memphis Depay getting an inform this early, would all love to see it. Yes, he hasn't got like outrageous pace, but look how good all-rounded those stats actually are, if that's like the official card, let's say. But yeah, he got himself a single goal in their 3-0 win. Into our next winger, it is going to be Tadic. Ajax, by the way, they're on fire. Literally on fire. They cannot stop scoring. I'm pretty sure the other day, they literally won 9-0. Now they're winning 5-0. I think the other game, there was like a 4-1 or something like that. They're scoring goals after goals after goals. And it seems like an Ajax player will pretty much be being in every single team of the week in FIFA 22. So far, that's what it looks like. But yeah, Tadic got himself a goal, 2 assists, and a 9.1 rating. The only issue about Tadic this year, I mean, every other year as well, to be fair, in FIFA, is the fact that you look at that pace and you look at the position he plays in, and you know he's most likely never, ever going to get used. No one's going to sit there and go, all right, Tadic looks like a pretty good card as a winger. I'm going to put him straight into my team. Because that 73 pace, yeah, it just doesn't look great. Him at a cam, though, cam position might actually be pretty good for him. But yeah, him as a winger, I can't see it happening. So on to our last left winger now. We are going to have Mane get himself 2 goals, a 9.2 rating, and his team actually ended up winning the game 6-0 as well. Now, the thing is, right, his original card in FIFA 22 is actually a silver card. So if they are continuing this Silver Stars promo, we could be seeing our first FIFA 22 card as Mane. But if they are not continuing it, as I haven't seen any information on it anywhere, we could be seeing him get a golden form, which I'm going to be honest, I'll still be happy about. Because with that kind of pace, I know I'm probably going to pick him up, get him on the bench, and sub him on in like the 75th minute, and he's going to be getting him behind every single time. But moving on to our right wingers now, we are going to see Chiesa, a player that I absolutely love IRL, because he is just so entertaining to actually watch. He runs at players 1v1, his dribbling is amazing, his pace is really good, and his shooting ability is also very, very good. Now, I actually have used his gold card this year, and I wasn't really impressed with it. I thought what Lozano can do is exactly what Chiesa can do, and Lozano is obviously like more than half of his price. So, yeah, I wasn't really impressed with his gold card, but this card right here could be a whole different story. Could be a whole different story if he actually gets this in form, because he scored himself a goal, got himself that 9.1 rating, and Juventus ended up winning the game 3-2 as well. If those stats are the official stats, I say, because they are predicted, he's looking top tier. 93 pace, 88 dribbling, and 84 shooting, while also having good passing and physicals. I'm hoping he gets that in form, and I'm definitely looking forward to actually reviewing him as well. But moving on to another right winger, we are going to have Felipe Anderson. And I'm pretty sure he used to be a left winger, and he obviously used to play for West Ham, but now he's moved on to the other side. He is now a right winger, and he got himself a goal, an assist, and an 8.7 rating as well. Lazio ended up being Roma 3-2. Looks like Mourinho's boys didn't put up a good enough fight. He's still looking like a good card. It's just the thing is, in that right wing position for the Serie A, you got options. You got a decent amount of options. You got Lozano, you got Chiesa, and now you have got Felipe Anderson as well. Which is the cheapest option? I probably feel like Lozano is going to be the cheapest option. But moving on to a player that 100% deserves it, and it is going to be Nkunku. He literally scored a hat-trick against Man City. And now, in the Bundesliga, he scores 2 goals, an assist, and a 9.4 rating. He has been simply on amazing, literally amazing form. And if he doesn't get in form, I will be pretty much disgusted. I'll be so disappointed in EA. It would be stupid not to give him an inform, because he deserves it all round. He's been on crazy form. He's getting these goals left, right, and centre. He's even getting assists. He's having high ratings for the matches as well. Come on, EA. You need to give him it. But yeah, he's still looking like an amazing card as well. Looking like a very, very nice box-to-box midfielder. So moving on to some Arsenal players now, we are going to have Saka up first, getting himself a goal, an assist, and an 8.7 rating in the North London derby. A huge game, and there definitely needs to be an inform from this game as well. Arsenal, by the way, 3-0, just like that. Something I definitely was not expecting, but something I definitely enjoyed actually watching. But yeah, Saka, looking like an amazing card. We all know he's probably going to be an amazing card as well. But the other player that could potentially get it is Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe also getting himself a goal, an assist, and an 8.7 rating. Literally ending on the exact same rating and ending on the exact same goals and assists. So it's going to be a weird situation for EA when it comes down to picking who's actually going to go ahead and get it. But for me personally, I would actually prefer Smith Rowe, because Smith Rowe is 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, while Saka is 3-star, 3-star. So yeah, just because of the skill moves and weak foot, I would prefer Smith Rowe. But let me know in the comment section, who would you prefer? Would you take a Saka over a Smith Rowe, or would you take a Smith Rowe over a Saka? Either way, there has to be one of them at least getting the inform. But moving on to our defenders now, we are going to have Hernandez. We all know how powerful, let's say, how OP this card is most likely going to be. With his 95 pace and all-rounded outrageous stats. He got himself a goal, an assist, and an 8.4 rating. And the thing is, he actually got subbed on. He wasn't even a starter. Not even a starter. He got subbed on and scored a goal, an assist, and an 8.4 rating. You don't see that very regularly, especially for a left back. If a left back is getting subbed on, maybe he'll get an assist. You know, maybe. But you don't see him usually get a goal and an assist. You really don't see that. So yeah, Hernandez definitely deserves himself an inform. And I'm 100% looking forward to this card. But moving on to another outrageous right back. And I personally feel like his gold card, by the way, is the best right back in this entire game. I've used him on draft so many times, and I cannot believe how good he actually is. His pace, his defensive stats, his physical stats, his dribbling feels good. And he's obviously got those skill moves as well. Hakimi is just an outrageous card. Simple as that. Literally outrageous. And he got himself 2 goals and an 8.7 rating. 2 goals. And it was the only 2 goals PSG actually ended up scoring. So he made them win that game, and he 100% deserves himself his first in form in FIFA 22. So on to our last fullback now. We are going to have Kaderabek. Now, Kaderabek got himself a goal, got himself an assist, and got himself a 7.5 rating. And their team actually ended up beating Wolfsburg 3-1. So really, really nice all-round performance. But all of a sudden, by the way, fullbacks really turning up. Kaderabek with his goal and assist, Hakimi with his 2 goals, Hernandez getting subbed on and getting himself a goal and assist. Like, what's happening here? What is happening here? But yeah, Kaderabek, he had an amazing performance IRL, but I can tell you right now, he's not going to be insanely usable in FIFA 22. I've played this game enough already to know that pace is going to be very important on fullbacks, because when you're matching up like a Dama Traore, when you're matching up opponents, when you're matching up extremely fast players down that line, Kaderabek, he ain't going to catch him. Simple as that. He is not going to catch him. So I'm not sure how usable this card's going to be, but with his IRL performance, he deserves to be in the team of the week, sorry. Now, when it comes down to the centre-backs, we are going to have Elizondo, I believe that's how you pronounce it, getting himself 2 goals and ending on a 9.0 rating. I'm going to tell you guys right now, you don't really see that kind of rating on a centre-back. You really don't. So him getting a 9.0 rating, you can definitely tell he had an outrageous performance. And him getting that kind of rating without keeping a clean sheet is very surprising. That just makes you think, if he actually kept a clean sheet, what rating would he actually get? I would honestly say near a 10.0, because 10.0s are very, very hard to get. It probably would be like a 9.7 or even like a 9.8 out of 10. But yeah, he's looking like an okay card. Once again, though, pace is probably going to be an issue, but defending stats and physical stats actually look really good. Now, moving on to our last centre-back, and it is going to be House. I don't really like this player right now. I'm going to be honest. I really, really don't, because, listen, I'm a Manchester United supporter. Okay, I'm a Manchester United fan. And him scoring, obviously, the winning goal, it hurts. It really, really does hurt. But look at this. A 7.8 rating. That just shows you how Estundal actually performed in the game. And your boy House actually kept a clean sheet over Manchester United. It just shows how good he actually was. But yeah, all round, decent performance from him. He kept a clean sheet against players like CR7, Bruno Fernandes, and Mason Greenwood. He deserves to be in the team of the week too. Is he looking like a usable card? Pace is probably going to be an issue, but defending and physical stats actually look really good. Now, moving on to our goalkeeper, and our only goalkeeper, by the way, of Team of the Week 2 predictions. The thing about Jose Sarr is the fact that he didn't just get 6 saves. He didn't just get an 8.5 rating. He also got himself the assist for the only goal Wolves actually ended up scoring it. And that right there, if that doesn't guarantee you an inform, I don't know what would. I really don't. Like, you can't be putting out 6 saves, getting yourself an 8.5 rating, while also getting yourself the assist for the only goal in the entire game and not get yourself the inform. If he doesn't get an inform, disappointment. Disappointment straight up. Like, EA, you literally have to do it. Have to do it. But I hope you guys did enjoy Team of the Week 2 predictions. And I told you guys, there's some serious players in there, man. There's Hakimi, you got Hernandez, Smith Rowe looked good, Saka looked good, Nkunku, Edison, Chiesa, you got Memphis Depay, you got yourself Ben Yedder, Suarez, Asensio as a centre mid, and obviously Benzema as well. Some players that could easily go into people's FIFA 22 teams. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to leave a comment. But for now, peace.